My brother swore he would never steal from family again, so I let him move into my apartment and even helped him get a job, but I should have listened when Grandma said something. I was 26 when my younger brother showed up at my door past midnight, homeless and overflowing with promises. 3 months before that night, I had caught him stealing $800 from the coffee tin where I kept my emergency savings. Money I had scraped together working double shifts as a nursing aide for almost a year. He swore it was a one-time mistake born from desperation. Our mother begged me to give him another chance because that is what sisters are supposed to do. So I let him crash on my couch. I bought his groceries with money I could barely spare. I even helped him land a warehouse job through a coworker who owed me a favor. Garrett seemed genuinely grateful at first. He started paying me small amounts of rent. He even volunteered to come with me on my Sunday visits to our grandmother. Nana Dolores was 84 years old, living alone in the small house where we had spent every summer as children. Her mind remained sharp as ever, but her body was slowing down. She moved carefully and sometimes forgot where she placed things. Those Sunday visits meant the world to her. She would share stories about Grandpa Enzo, who had passed away a decade earlier. Garrett had always been her favorite grandchild. He knew exactly how to be charming when he wanted something from someone. I should have recognized the warning signs much earlier. It started with small things. Nana mentioned that her antique brooch had gone missing, the one Grandpa Enzo had brought back from Italy after the war. She assumed she had simply misplaced it somewhere. Then her pearl earrings disappeared. Then the silver picture frame that held her wedding photograph. She would shake her head and sigh whenever something vanished. Old age catching up with me, she would say. I am getting so terribly forgetful these days. But something about the pattern never added up. Nana forgot appointments and phone numbers all the time. But her treasures from Grandpa Enzo were different. She knew exactly where every single piece was hidden. I started paying closer attention to Garrett. He began volunteering to check on Nana during weekdays while I worked my shifts. Everyone praised what a devoted grandson he had become. One Thursday afternoon, I left work 3 hours early. Something deep in my gut was screaming at me to visit Nana without any warning. That particular weekend was Nana's 85th birthday celebration. The entire extended family had gathered at her house. Garrett had arrived early that morning, claiming he wanted to help Nana prepare for guests. But I noticed him slip away from the living room while everyone else was distracted with conversation and coffee. I followed him silently down the hallway toward Nana's bedroom. Through the crack in the door, I watched my brother kneel beside her dresser and carefully remove the bottom drawer. Behind it was a hidden compartment where Nana kept her most precious jewelry, the pieces she had been saving to pass down to her grandchildren someday. I pushed the door wide open and spoke loud enough for the entire house to hear. Everyone needs to come back here right now. Garrett has something he wants to show you. My mother appeared first, then Uncle Mateo, then everyone else crowded into the narrow hallway. They found Garrett frozen on his knees with Nana's emerald necklace clutched in his fist, the same necklace Grandpa Enzo had given her on their 50th anniversary. The room went completely silent. Nana's expression crumbled as she pushed through the crowd and saw her beloved favorite grandchild crouched beside her violated hiding spot. My mother's hand flew up to cover her mouth. Garrett's face cycled through white, then red, then desperate as he began stammering excuses. "This is not what it looks like," he blurted out. "I was just checking to make sure everything was still safe because..." Uncle Mateo cut him off with a voice cold as winter. "Stand up and empty your pockets right now. Every single one of them." Garrett had no choice but to comply. Out came Nana's ruby ring, her antique silver hairpin, a gold bracelet I had never seen before. Items he had clearly stolen on previous visits and stashed in his jacket, planning to smuggle them out after the party ended. My mother, the same woman who had pleaded with me to forgive him, looked at her son with an expression I had never witnessed on her face before. It was not anger or disappointment. It was the hollow devastation of finally seeing someone clearly after years of willful blindness. She walked out of the house without saying a single word to him. Nana ended up pressing charges. She did not want to at first, but I convinced her that allowing him to escape consequences would only guarantee another victim somewhere down the line. Garrett received 18 months in jail followed by mandatory rehabilitation. After his release, not one family member would answer his calls.